Fighting discrimination and injustice against women begins in homes. If a woman cannot feel safe in her own home, where should she go to? My name is Timmy Pira and you're watching yet another exciting episode of Pink and Purple. So today on the show, we have a gender-based violence survivor and her name is Kuda Kunze. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Timmy.
Thank you for coming. So Kuda, before we start, before you tell us your story, may you explain what gender-based violence is?
Gender-based violence is a broad term which is used to denote harm which is inflicted on individuals or a group of people.
All right.
Looking at their gender.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So gender, be it women or men, it's not specifically against women.
Everyone is affected by gender-based violence.
All right.
But women and young girls are affected more.
All right.
Looking at them and society making us the weaker part.
All right.
Compared to men.
Okay. So Kuda, you got married at a very young age, at 21, I understand. Please tell us your story.
Oh, okay. Where do I begin?
Start from the beginning.
Oh, well, you know, when you're young and you see this guy, all you think of is love. You don't really pay attention to a lot of things that are happening in this relationship. And we tend not to speak up when things happen. At times we are shy to be judged because with gender-based violence, it affects everyone, be it you are in a professional field, be it you are a Christian or not. It's something that the society has stigmatized. It's something which is embarrassing.
Yeah.
So I was in a relationship with this guy.
Yeah. For how long before you got married?
We were in a relationship for 6 months.
All right.
Then everything just happened so fast.
Okay.
And the thing that made me like, he rather, what can I use? He swept me off my feet.
Love.
Love.
Like, your heart just...
Like, you know, when every girl sees the ring, it's something, because I always had this dream of making my parents proud, to get married properly.
Yes, do things the right way.
Yeah, because my parents are bishops. So with society, if your parent or parents hold the status, you need to maintain it.
You need to.
Yeah. So here's this guy down on his knees, and here I am. I'm just like, yes.
You are just in love.
Yes. You know, I was like, I'm that girl who didn't make a mistake.
Right.
I'm that girl who's going to make her parents proud. So next minute, after 3 months of engagement, he wanted to get married.
All right.
So he paid the lobola. And in the relationship before the lobola, I would like to admit that I saw the red flags.
All right. You did see traits that...
He did beat me.
Okay. Before you got engaged?
Yes.
All right.
He did beat me and he apologized.
All right.
Then...
Just hold on a second. The first time he beat you, how do you feel?
Well, I really felt bad because I was this girl who used to tell people that if I find a guy who beats me, I would walk away.
Yes.
But, well, with love, I couldn't.
You just forgave him?
I forgave him.
Okay.
He apologized, I forgave him, and, well, everything was all rosy.
Right.
Then the other time, this is when we're in a relationship, not yet married. This other time, he actually pointed a knife at me because I wanted to leave. We had a misunderstanding at a wedding because this wedding was...
That was a sign of him wanting to kill you.
Yes. So what really happened, it was a silly misunderstanding. He wanted this guy's booze.
Right.
So I felt like he doesn't even know those people, but he wants to act as if he knows them. Then I was like, no, I've got money. I'm going to buy you.
Yes.
So I went. When I came back, he started insulting me in front of everyone, where I had to kneel down and beg for forgiveness. Then
Yet he was wrong. So tell me something. After he beat you up, why didn't you report?
It never came to my attention that I should report.
All right.
First time.
Okay. Maybe just hold on a second. You will answer this one when you take a short break. Please do join us after these messages. Welcome back to the show. You're still watching Pink and Purple, and I'm here with Kuda Kunze, a survivor of gender-based violence. And she was still telling us her story, Kuda. Please continue.
You had asked why I didn't report.
Yes.
I didn't know much about gender-based violence.
All right.
I knew that it was bad, but I didn't know if I could get protected by the law. And with my ex-husband, he knew a lot of things on gender-based violence. He is rather an activist.
All right.
So he knows more. He knew more than I used to know.
Yeah.
So fast forward.
All right.
At times it would get really bad. Like at some extent, he didn't want me to be on WhatsApp.
You are not allowed to be on WhatsApp?
Yes, after 9.
All right.
After 9 p.m., I have to be offline.
Okay.
My phone was not supposed to have a password. And on the other time, when I wanted to leave when he beat me, because most of the time he beat me towards the month end.
All right.
So, yeah. So this other time I wanted to leave, he threatened to kill himself. And here I was scared that maybe if I leave, then if someone was going to find him dead, the first suspect is me.
It's you. Yes.
So I stayed. And he also used to remind me how marriage is not all rosy. He said even a rose does have thorns.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not all rosy.
Yeah.
At some point, he beat me when I was pregnant and I had a miscarriage.
Are you serious?
Yes. So that's when I spoke about it.
How many months pregnant were you?
I was 4 months. So when I spoke about it, my aunt came and my granny. And what they told me, my aunt was like, you see, I've got 8 kids and your uncle used to do this to me and he still does this to me.
So you had to stay.
So you have to hang in there. It's what we women are supposed to do. Then I told her that I cannot take it anymore. Yeah. So if you cannot take me back, while least I can still walk, you can take me back when I'm dead.
I'm dead, yes.
And I'm going to make this easy for him. I think I would kill myself because I did have a lot of suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
Then even my grandmother said, you don't need to leave. It will bring shame to the family.
So family and society expect you to stay and submit.
Yes. But, well,
and you stayed?
I stayed, but my heart was no longer there.
Okay. So after the miscarriage, what happened?
I went back home and I thought my parents were going to be very angry looking at their status. But they gave me all the support that I needed.
Yes.
My mom told me that she doesn't care if anyone talks about it or whatsoever.
Yes.
Though at church, there were women who actually said something. They asked me why I left the marriage. I didn't tell them. Then they said, most probably because you don't have those things that women are supposed to have that make a man to be excited.
Yeah.
So I really got offended. Then I decided to leave the church because if the church cannot protect me,
you, then
who else can protect me?
Yeah.
And far much to make things worse is these are women.
Yeah.
So I feel like society actually encourages people to stay. It also makes people not to speak out at the end of the day.
Yeah, because society has expectations. It was going to be shameful for you to go back home from a marriage because you were probably not a good wife. But you were not just physically abused. You did say you were not allowed to use your phone. You were emotionally abused, verbally abused. So you never had a baby with this guy after that?
No, we never had.
But you still managed to walk out of that marriage?
Yes.
All right. So eventually, Did you report your case? Is there any form of legislation that is there to curb gender-based violence?
For me, I did not report my case.
All right. Yes, you did mention. Yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted to go and report because I told him that I'm going to the police because he beat me, then he chased me out of the house. Then he said to me, you can go to the police. So at the back of my mind, I was wondering, why does he have this confidence? Maybe he knew that I didn't have the courage. And yes, I did not have the courage.
Yeah.
I believe that there are laws that protect women and young girls against gender-based violence. And there are people who do go and report, but with some people, they go and report, then the perpetrator, who's the husband, they get arrested, then the woman would go back and say she's dropping the charges, she wants her husband back.
What do you have to say about cases where men are abused? Because gender-based violence is two-way. Men can be abused in marriage as well.
Like I said, being a gender-based violence victim, you're stigmatized already. So you can imagine a man with his ego, a man who's been defined by society that he is strong, a man who's not supposed to speak up when he's hurt. So when they go to the police station to report, most men are actually laughed at by the police.
To say you're a coward. Why you?
Yeah.
How can you be beaten up by a woman?
And I feel that the response that they get actually perpetuates abuse. Because now that he cannot report, at times he might beat the wife. Because it's not that we as women as well, we are good. Yeah. So
sometimes would have wronged the man. And
yeah. So I feel that more has to be done so that men can speak up. And they should know that it's okay to be weak.
Yes.
It's okay to be weak.
Because no one is perfect or strong enough. All right. Okay. So why is it that people are still reluctant, though, to report, even women that are beaten up?
The fear behind not reporting is the perpetrator is very, very manipulative. He makes sure that he isolates you from friends and family. He makes sure that he tells you the story, which is very sad, that you think that, oh, well, I'm going to be his savior somehow. He will always make it seem as if you're the one who's
it's
wrong.
Your problem,
and he's going to strip you of your dignity, that your self-esteem is very low, that at times you feel like you deserve to be beaten. At some point, I did feel like I deserve to be beaten. When he doesn't beat me, I felt like I am missing something. Something is missing. It was more like I was now addicted to his beating.
All right. You are now comfortable.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but with reporting now, it's so hard because it's either if you report, then maybe law doesn't do well with arresting him or giving him restricting orders. Even if they do, if he starts stalking you, it's either this is going to affect your family as well, and they can do anything, because with abuse, it's either one person has to die.
All right. Okay. But we can't afford to have people dying because of abuse. We will take another short break and continue with this episode of Pink and Purple. Welcome back to the show. You're still watching Pink and Purple, and I'm here with Kuda. So, Kuda, we are going to play an exciting game, right? You're going to pick a question from this little basket, and you give it to me, and I'll read it to you.
Okay. There you go.
Cool. All right. Your question goes, what part of your body could use a little lotion?
My elbows.
All right. Okay. I won't ask why, but just a little would do, right? Oh, sorry, you're cheating. Sorry. What is your best childhood moment? Yes.
My best childhood moments? I think I grew so fast when I was in my childhood.
Really?
So I think the best part of my childhood, it's when I used to sit with my uncle Alexander,
Right.
and we used to talk a lot, and he used to tell me how smart I am and how I should take care of my mom, because
Really?
I used to ask a lot of questions.
Okay, cool. Uncle Alex. Eh? This one reads, would you rather be trapped in an elevator with a chameleon or a snake? Which one? Choose.
Okay, I prefer a snake because a chameleon, I would just die.
Okay, snake. You'd be trapped in an elevator.
I think a snake is better
All right, last
because a
question.
chameleon, whether it's alive or dead.
You're just scared of it. All right. This is your last question. What is the craziest thing you've ever done in a hotel room? Tell us the secrets.
No.
Why? Come on.
No,
Fine.
you don't want to know.
All right. I think I have an idea. Okay, it's fine. Kuda, so there's a book you've written and you're working on another one. Tell us about that one shortly.
Oh, okay. So I'm currently working on my second book.
Right.
It talks more on how people are as individuals, be it women or men.
Right.
And I've realized that everyone is broken.
Yes.
I am broken.
Yeah.
You're broken.
Yes.
And we're in this world where everyone is broken, but we all have choices
Right.
to heal, to go on a journey to heal, and to confront our fears.
Yes.
And this will help us have or create healthy relationships, be it with family, friends, or life partners.
Right.
So I think this book is going to be helping people on how they can heal and how they can accept on how broken they are, because a lot of people think people raised by single parents are broken. No. Even people raised by both parents are broken, because we realize that in this day and age, well, in our country, things are really getting tough. So parents would try to make ends meet, to make sure that you get everything.
Right.
They're not there. Imagine in your teenagehood where you need your father or your mother, you need guidance. They're not there. That's when you start to be broken, because you are going to do a lot of things that you're not even sure of, because you're fighting to know who you are at the end of the day.
Okay.
At times, others are raised by grandparents, others are raised by parents who are actually violent,
Right.
but they turn out to be good. So there are a lot of questions around that.
Okay.
And trust me, it has been so interesting because I'm exploring each and every day. I meet different people. So through conversations, I get to pick things. Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Looking forward to reading the book. And how have you healed in your journey of recovering as a survivor?
Well, I would say the healing process is not easy.
All right.
I think it takes you as a person, as an individual, to say, this is what I want. Because if you get someone to force you that you need to heal, trust me, you won't heal.
Right.
That's where you get people having rebounds. So with me, when I was going through this, I felt like my soul, this guy took my soul.
Yeah.
I
Was
was
broken.
empty.
Right.
And I really felt like I needed a strong drink, like whiskey. Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, something very strong. So,
Right.
but deep down, I felt like I needed God. I felt like I was really empty, that I didn't have any strength. And each and every time I read the word, honestly, I didn't understand the word by then.
Yeah.
I just read it and I kept on reading it up until I started understanding some of the things. And guess I was lucky. My mom bought me books by this author. They actually helped me on the healing process.
Right, yes.
And it also helped me build my self-esteem. So now I would say I have healed. It's been 3 years now and I have healed, and I now understand who I am as Kuda Kunze and what I want.
Yes.
And even with relationships now, whether friendships or me having a partner, I can now set boundaries, and I'm I'm now able to differentiate between love, and I don't know, would I say lust, something like that. Yeah.
Red flag, green flag.
And people manipulating you. So I've managed to understand all those things. So I would say healing for me has really done more good. I wish I had known a lot of things before I was in this mess that I was in.
All right.
So yeah.
That's awesome. Interesting story, Kuda. Thank you so much for coming onto the show. I mean, you have managed to take back your power and step up and become this woman that you've become today. I mean, it's been awesome having you on the show. Viewers, for all of you who want to get in touch with Kuda at all social media platforms, it's Kuda Kunze, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Kuda, for coming onto the show. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you, Tembi, for having me.
Thank you for watching Pink and Purple. Viewers, from me and the crew behind the scenes, it's goodbye until next week.
This is certified. I'm a survivor.